Hello everyone, and let's begin with episode 3 of our SketchUp series where we will learn about the functions of these tools. Let's take these as examples and try different tools. Coming to the first tool, which is Select Tool, which is by the way used to select any tool. Like this. If you double-click on a section, it gets selected. And if you triple-click, then the whole object gets selected. Coming to the second one, which is Lasso Tool, which is used to draw a selection boundary by clicking or dragging on the object to get it selected. Then comes the important tool, Paint Bucket Tool, which when clicked, gets you the default tray and if crossed, disappears. I have mentioned some details about this in episode 2. Go watch if you haven't. Now, if suppose you are confused with the functionality of any tool, then go to the instructor and know any tool via theory and figuratively. If you select a tool for any use and that still is staying after the work is done, then click on Select Tool and continue using any tool after that. Now, Eraser Tool is simply to erase the unwanted parts of any object. You can also take the whole object by dragging the left side of the mouse on the object and directly delete the object. Ctrl-Z and undo anything. Now take the whole object and select Make Components tool. Now there's difference between components and grouping. Take the whole object, left-click on the mouse and select Make Group. So now the circle one is for components and rectangle is grouped. Now comes the difference. Take the Move tool. Select a point of the object and press Ctrl on your keyboard. Keep it still pressed while you drag the object and copy the object further. First, take the second copied object, take the Move tool, and take a point from the first object and keep the Control button pressed and move the object further. And suppose you want more of the objects type X and the number of the objects you want, and just click. And that number of objects gets copied. Same with the rectangle. Watch, learn, and try it by yourself as well. That helps faster. Now the first one is component section and the other one is group section. Now let's see the difference. Take a part, then the pull-push tool and push the part above, and as it is a component, all goes above at once. Now coming to the group section, as I push the first box, none, but only that goes up. That's the difference. Coming to Tag tool. It is used to organize the objects in a model and help to control their visibility. Add a tag with that button there. Rename the tag for suppose I take box. Now be on the name tag first, then Tag tool, and click on the object so that if I shut the eye thing, the tagged objects get invisible. Now that I open, the objects get visible. Now I take another tag, rename it as box 2 and tag the other box and do the same thing. See it again gets invisible, and now visible. This tool can be mainly used when you want to hide a part of the wall. You can add as many tags as you can. Now, let's close and move forward with the other tools. Line tool is simply to draw lines and create objects through it. Freehand tool is just to create organic, hand-drawn lines, curves, and irregular shapes by clicking and dragging the mouse, and you can also erase and again draw. That's how it works. Rectangle tool is simply to draw a rectangle by taking a point somewhere and just dragging the mouse and done. For rotated rectangle, move your cursor to set the length and angle of the edge and can make curved rectangles as well. You can watch the instructor section if you still have a doubt, as I have created different rectangles, so it divides the box into many parts. Circle tool is obviously to create circles. Polygon is to draw a polygon-shaped object. Arc is to make arcs, or you can also make a complete circle through it. You can press Ctrl-Z to undo the last action. 2-point arc is where you take 2 points and an arc gets drawn. 3-point arc is where 3 points are taken and an arc gets drawn. Pie is to draw pie-shaped objects. Move tool is simply to move the objects wherever you want. Push-pull tool is to push the area above below to create objects. Click on the Rotate tool, or click Q on your keyboard and define the rotating plane. Up arrow is blue axis, left arrow is green axis. right arrow is red axis. Follow Me tool is basically used to create lathed objects, customized molding, curved handrails, etc. This was an example of it. Coming on the Scale tool. It basically resizes, stretches, or compresses any object. Offset tool shortcut F is to create a copy of any line at a specified distance from the original. As I take 4 inches away from the original line, it offsets itself from the original at 4 inches. Axes is basically to change the position of any of the 3 axes. Flip tool is to instantly mirror or flip objects, components, and groups along the red, green, or blue axes. Tape measure tool measures distance by taking a specified distance from a point. Click the Dimension tool and click between the 2 points you want to measure, then pull away and click to finish. Just a reminder that if you doubt in any of the tools, go to the instructor, click on that tool, and instructor will instruct you about that tool in detail. Please note that here all the cylinders shaped are in components, so just in case you want to remove it from the components, just double-click on it and click Explode, and it frees itself from the component section, but others still stays in components since it isn't exploded. So now you know about how to group or add component to an object, and also how to remove them from grouping or components. Since it already has been a long video, so details about other tools will be discussed in the second part. Happy learning!
See you then.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you have any doubts, and stay updated for more such content.